Hi, how's it going? Rob Daniels here, video content creator on behalf of Toronto Entrepreneurs. Oh, the lighting is a little off here. Let's try and get that better. Hold up. All right. I think that's a little better. Nope. Now? Okay, I think that's better. So as I was saying, video content creator on behalf of Toronto Entrepreneurs, Rob Daniels here for the week of March the 29th. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'm going to get you the latest on what you should be thinking about if you are a business owner. So let's get right to it in this video, and we'll start with with businesses calling for extended relief. That's right, the federal wage and rent subsidies are set to expire on June the 5th. And Canada's hardest hit businesses are calling on to extend emergency relief programs. Ontario set out a $186 billion spending plan, including a second round of grants for hard-hit small businesses and a new job training tax credit. The government estimates the program will cost $3.4 billion and help an estimated 120,000 small businesses. The budget also introduces a new Ontario jobs training tax credit to help retrain people who have lost their jobs during the pandemic. The program, which will cost $260 million, will provide up to $2,000 per day to pay for half of the eligible training expenses. Here's a question that a lot of people might be wondering. Can my employer require me to get a COVID-19 vaccine? Well, here's the thing. In most cases, no. In most cases here in Canada, employers will not be able to make vaccination a necessary requirement of employment. Employers would be wise to avoid pressuring their staff into getting a vaccine, as this may be seen as a violation of human rights. Vaccine hesitancy is on the rise, though, and there may be other reasons for individuals to opt out of the shot, whether it be for medical, religious, or personal reasons. However, employers can provide staff information about vaccination. If an employee does not want to receive a COVID-19 vaccine or can't receive one, employers might have to provide accommodations up to the point of undue hardship. For example, if a remote worker decides not to get the vaccine, their employer might be able to accommodate them by letting them continue working from home. If the role requires going to a physical office or location, it may be too difficult for the employer to accommodate them in this manner. Other examples of accommodation in the workplace is a designated work area for unvaccinated individuals that will allow them to properly social distance. Employers, of course, can still require unvaccinated workers to continue following COVID-19 health and safety measures, such as wearing face masks or coverings in order to protect others in the workplace. Is it Friday yet? Who hasn't dreamed of a shorter work week, right? Well, business owners, large or small, are now backing up the idea. Google co-founder Larry Page has called for the end of the 40-hour work week for many years now, and recently Sir Richard Branson, who is the billionaire founder, by the way, of the Virgin Group, argued against the notion that we should view the 5-day work week as set in stone. The concept of shorter work weeks is not new. In 1930, John Maynard Keynes published a paper in which he speculated that a time would come when workers will eventually have 15-hour work weeks. In more recent times, entrepreneur Tim Ferriss released the bestseller The 4-Hour Work Week, which offers advice on working smarter and more efficiently. Canadian economist Linda Nazareth, well, she points out that the current climate is different from how things were done historically, where workers chose cash over time. Nowadays, shorter hours and more money and other benefits are on the table. With automation and other efficiencies, organizations may be able to scale back on work hours without compromising productivity and profits. A shorter work week may just be on the horizon. Well, here's some interesting news. St. Catharines-based fashion retailer Boathouse is expanding across the country and is eyeing spots that used to be owned by Le Chateau. A report from Retail Insider indicates that Boathouse has already agreed to take on the following former Le Chateau locations: Mayfair in Victoria, Scarborough Town Centre in Toronto, CF Fairview Park Mall in Kitchener, Kingsway Mall in Edmonton, and Southgate Mall in Edmonton, along with several others across Quebec. Boathouse is also reported to have been trying to hire former employees of Le Chateau who were furloughed. Do you trust your employees? A recent report by UKG revealed that 64% of employees that trust has a direct impact on their sense of belonging at work. 58% said that the lack of trust affect their career choices, with 24% of those people leaving the company as a direct result. Employees who feel mistrusted, especially those working remotely, are more likely to seek other opportunities. Experts recommend establishing and nurturing a real relationship with your team. Chipotle, they're expanding again in Canada. Yes, the Mexican grill is expanding in Canada. The chain plans to open 8 restaurants over the next year. One location is set to open at the end of the month in Surrey, British Columbia, and Canada's first location with a Chipotle lane. So that's a quote Chipotle lane. It's drive-through digital order pickup lane is set to open this summer in Port Coquitlam, BC. Chipotle operates 23 Canadian locations, with most locations in and around Vancouver and Toronto. Workers are more stressed than CEOs think. Research by emotional support app Ginger shows that. 96% of CEOs believe their companies are doing enough for employee mental health. However, only 69% of employees agree. Most CEOs agree that strong worker mental health results in better business outcomes. 94% of CEOs report having received mental health support themselves over the past year. More than half of CEOs report that talking about mental health makes them a better leader, and nearly 90% of employees appreciate it, even though 56% of them are concerned it might impact their credibility. 92% of CEOs report that their companies have increased focus on mental health as a result of the pandemic. 80% of CEOs believe that poor employee mental health negatively impacts worker productivity. Okay, 48% of employees report experiencing a 7% increase in their stress level. More than 3/4 of employees who worked with a mental health professional did so virtually in the past year. Executives, 70%, skilled workers, 71%, and workers with caregiving responsibilities, 57%, are significantly more likely to prefer virtual mental health support. 95% of people who received mental health support over the last year reported that it helped them at work. Top candidates that Toronto Entrepreneurs is representing: senior manager, 15 plus years of experience in Brampton. We have a paralegal, 15 plus years experience in York Region. Office accounting manager, 10 plus years experience in Toronto. If you're interested in any of these candidates, please email sales@TorontoJobs.ca. And we have some upcoming virtual events presented by TorontoJobs.ca. A Connect and Learn, a series for entrepreneurs, and that's Tuesday, April 13th, 2 to 4 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Best practices for recruiting staff in 2021, Thursday, April 8th at 3 p.m. And Canadian Virtual Presidents Conference, Thursday, April 22nd, 2 to 4 in the afternoon. Visit TorontoJobs.ca/news for more information on our virtual events. And you can check out our new events website as well, eventlogic.ca. That's logic with a K.ca. Sponsorship and exhibitor options also available. Okay, so if you're looking to hire staff, we can connect you with our sister division, TorontoJobs.ca. Email sales@TorontoJobs.ca if you're in need of any staffing assistance. And you can always take a look at our Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference and Trade Show YouTube channel for videos on how you can grow your business as well. And follow us on our TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. We look forward to speaking with you there. Video content creator on behalf of Toronto Entrepreneurs. My name is Rob Daniels. Thank you so much for joining me for this week of March the 29th. Happy Passover. Happy Easter. We'll see you next time. Stay well.